Before I start this video, I would like to give a shout out to Talia, aka That One Muffin, for this new art of yours truly. I'm very happy I commissioned her to do it, and I was glad with the final result. You should follow her on Twitter and also check out her Tumblr too. She's also done some art for JohneAwesome. Yeah, the P4 guy. Anyways, welcome to a new sort of video known as Sonic Shuffle. No, this is not a series where I talk about the video game or play it. It's a sort of backlog series where I talk about games I've played on my backlog that I wanted to review, or plan to, and give my current thoughts on them. Most of the games featured won't get a video on its own, but there may be a few that will. So with that, we have some unfinished business to take care of. This game was my most disappointing game of 2016. I'm talking about Shin Megami Tensei 4 Apocalypse. I was originally going to do a video on this, but I couldn't record footage and everyone forgot about the game in about a week. Which makes sense considering my own feelings of this game. I actually got a 3DS last year, and I had SMT4 as my first game for the console, and I loved it. The way the game was written, the gameplay, the overall experience was amazing. So, after I beat it, I pre-ordered the sequel, even though it would cost $50. Thanks, Atlas. Now, as a game itself, it is somewhat of an improvement over SMT4. Lots of balancing issues were fixed, fusion is more fun than ever and actually serves a purpose, and I don't hate how smirking was handled in this game, but I'm willing to put up with it. However, the story is probably one of the worst of the mainline titles. It is an alternate reality of 4, and it feels like the writers played a bit too much of Persona Q, and thought that sort of writing would work in an SMT game. The script quality throughout the game can get awful at times. Even at points, I hated half of the party members. I didn't give a crap when Asahi died, Hallelujah was aboard, even when he became a demon he wasn't even that helpful, and Toki? Can you please shut the fuck up about wanting my dick? I do love how they handled the other characters. For example, Navarre and Gaston, the former being the dead souls of that pompous guy in 4, and here he actually becomes a dude bro. Gaston has a great character arc, and Nozomi is just cool in her own way, mostly because she's hot. The new demon partner, Dogda, is a fucking edgelord that tells you that your friends are in your way, blah blah, I'm the fucking chaos ending, blah. And then he's surprised you go with your friend when he's like, yo, you've been hanging out with 35 hours, just kill him. This story is just so bland, and it's way too cliched. I felt like I was playing a spin-off SMT game akin to Persona Q with 4's combat system. Well, other things, it's a new game, but a lot of the content is copy-pasted from 4. The only good thing that this game does right is the final boss and the Messiahs in the Diamond Realm DLC. I don't want to go into more depth, but I recommend Simply Dad's video if you want more details. Overall, I was very disappointed in this title. Now we move on to the next game that I recently played, actually more of recently revisited, Resident Evil 6. Now, like I said, this was a title I visited on multiple occasions, and quit playing after playing the prologue. However, ever since trying it out on a console, even with the 30 FPS, it's still a fun co-op experience. Everything from 6 feels quick and responsive, and it plays differently than any third-person shooter I've ever played. Zombies are just fun to shoot in this game, and it just has a lot of freaking crazy moments. Like when you have to fight freaking zombie sharks or ginormous BOWs in the snow. This game is just so crazy. But if you ask me, my favorite campaigns was Jake's. Mostly because of Jake and Sherry's relationship, which is admittedly cheesy, and the fact you got Nemesis 2.0 chasing after you. I actually kinda suck at this game, but I freaking love it. It has tons of great set pieces, and I couldn't wait what to see next in each chapter. I am, however, a Resident Evil casual, but 6 I think is still worth your time, but it's best played on current gen consoles or on PC. Now, Bayonetta. This was a game I've been meaning to play after hours of playing DMC4 Special Edition. Bayonetta finally comes to PC, and it's great. If you played the Gimtastic PS3 version, the PC version is well worth your money. It runs well on toasters, and it's well priced. I do need to finish this one, however, especially since the release of this was kinda close to another title I invested hours into. But from what I played, it's kinda what I expected, but there's always an itch to get these platinum trophies in these stages. Also, now that Vanquish is coming, it's well worth getting both these titles. Also, you should subscribe to Joey. Now this game was a game I kept my eyes on for a very long time. It's called Sonic Time Twisted. This one is a little interesting. So some crazy dude named Overbound decided to make a fully blown classic Sonic game from scratch inspired by CD. It was an endeavor that took him 8 years, but it was well worth it. Remember in my Sonic World video when I said I wanted to talk about more Sonic fan games? Well, this one was a major one. The sprite quality is classic, but somehow feels original. The level design is classic Sonic at its finest with a ton of areas to explore, and each stage is original and has a patched and future version, which is just crazy wonderful. I also like how they added stage transitions, making a good feel of progression. Also, this soundtrack. This soundtrack. Just listen. Also, thumbs up on Overbound for making animated cutscenes and inventing a new sort of special stage. Like seriously, any Sonic fan, whether you are a casual, hardcore, you need to play this. Spread the word about Sonic Time Twisted. This is like Mania before Mania even comes out. I'll put the download link in the description. This is one Sonic fan game you need to play, and it does make a good contender for my game of the year. But well, my game of the year so far came out 2 weeks earlier before this game, which is Persona 5. Now this game, holy shit. Like, if my 150-hour playtime doesn't say enough, you should have already bought this game. Like seriously, go buy a PS3 or a PS4 and pick up Persona 5. It's that damn good. You know that feeling you get when you've waited for a game for a really long time and it actually lives up to your expectations? This is one of those rare occasions. I've been waiting since I finished Persona 4, and I remember watching that live event where all I knew about the game was chairs and ball chains attached to chairs. Anyways, yeah, this game is really good. It has the best start to any Persona game, an amazing soundtrack, addicting gameplay, and it was an experience I definitely needed. Anyways, to go a little bit in depth, and since this game is new, I won't give away too much spoilers. If I can say general things about this game, it has the best story and characters since Persona 2, the gameplay is so much faster due to the simple way the battle system works, the dungeons are linear, but they make up for putting little gimmicks that make them stand out. For comparison, Persona 4's dungeons were very repetitive in regards to the design, also known as a ton of hallways, and this repeated for every single dungeon. 5 has unique palaces. The areas aren't random, but they make up for having a ton of details, the layout is fresh, and no room has the same sort of things in them. The combat in Persona 5 is so much faster due to the way the interface is done, and it's the most satisfying. This is also one of the first Persona games where social links actually play an actual role in the game, which are known as confidants now. Each confidant gives you a bonus skill that you'll be able to use when you rank them up. Kawakami is the best because she cooks for you and gives you massages. What I like about these games is that the area you explore is small, but a lot of detail is put into it. With that, Tokyo feels big. There is so much to do and explore in Tokyo. There's so much I want to say about this game, but I would make this video too long. Just buy it, play it, beat Caroline and Justine on Merciless like I did, be a completionist on this one. Anyways, that wraps up this video. If you like this type of video, let me know. It's much easier for me to do since editing doesn't take that long. So hopefully I'll see you in the next video.